It's another day gone by, and another queen that I have outlasted, too, actually. And boy, does it feel good to be on top.
Oh no. The completely forgettable and utterly unimpressive Argyle Alexis and Ebony MF Fairbanks have departed the competition. Well now, I guess it's up to Honey to take the reins of most underwhelming queen of Season 4. Oh, right. She already claimed that title and is unopposed, never mind.
So Argyle and Ebony have gotten the chop, and it was going to either by them or Dahlia. And let's be honest, we'd rather have Dahlia around than two stuffy bright Chester brats loafing about.
I'll be completely honest. Last night's lip sync did give me a bit of a scare, as I have never been in the bottom in this competition, but as we all foresaw, I came out on top.
Dahlia's a mean lip syncer. Yeah, I know that now for sure. And Zoara can definitely dance. I'm betting they're both going to the finale. I hope I can be there with them to celebrate.
Hello, my queens. Your assignment for today, should you choose to accept, is to make believe. Is to grant someone's magical wish. Well, actually it's not someone's wish, but it will be your command. As today, your main challenge is going to be makeover magic, or dragged to the ring. And I'll elaborate on the details later. But just know that you'll be making over one of 7 very masculine hetero sports athletes. You'll be making them over into a completely different female persona, using all of your makeup talents. And then later tonight, you'll bring your bestest A-list divas look to the main center stage. So as I always say, be there or be square. Hello, 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 lovelies! Today is a very special day. As you saw from the video message, you will be conducting a makeover. But not just any makeover. You'll be making over 7 athletes. 7 male athletes, and transforming them into 7 female divas. Now, in order to determine who gets partnered up with who, which again will be revealed in time, today's mini challenge will be Makeup in the Dark. And you will all have a set amount of time to do your faces in this completely darkened room that the pit crew has graciously provided for us. And the person with the best painted face afterwards will get to assort your groups, your partners, your makeover teams. So, without further ado, let's do further and get on with the makeup in the dark. Go on, all of you, go on in and paint your faces. I can't wait to see how this turns out. If there's anything that I am guaranteed to be good at, it is doing makeup. Dahlia Swan is renowned for her Del Sol Valley exotic looks and makeup and performances. I have got this in the bag, baby.
Makeup in the dark? Has Morgyn taken leave of her senses? I may be a supernaturally long-lived wizard, but even I don't possess cat vision in the dark.
It's only a mini assignment. It will surely lead to better things, no?
I'm actually excited for this mini challenge, because, like, I'm kinda known for doing weird stuff, like applying lipstick in dark corners of the club, or doing my nails while blindfolded. Call me quirky, but I'm moderately enthusiastic for this challenge.
I've never done makeup in the dark. Actually, I've never really done anything in the dark because I'm afraid of the dark.
I kind of feel like this mini challenge is going to determine who the most flexible among us is, and the person who gets it right gets to pair us off with our mystery partners.
These challenges get more and more bizarre by the day. What will Morgyn have us do next? rifle through dumpsters for a new drag look.
Oh, honey, they were not joking when they said it was dark in here. It's probably darker than Pauline's closet.
Girl! It is darker than midnight in Alaska in here.
This is ridiculous. I feel like I'm being set up for a joke.
Right, that's the lip rouge. At least I think it's the lip rouge.
Whoa, it's pretty dark in here.
Don't use magic, Abacus. Don't cheat. Resist the urge to use a mage light spell.
Sure, I can't really see anything, but I'm not going to let a little thing like blindness stop me from winning.
All right, queens. Let's have you lined up as you were, and I will go through and judge the results, starting with Dahlia Swan. Oh, Dahlia, that's kind of not what we were looking for. Pomay. Oh, that's pretty good, but it's not quite it. But it's good, the best so far. Honey Marie Combs. Next, Dakota. Oh, this would be perfect for a goth concert. But unfortunately. Doara. Oh, this is quite good. This might actually top Pomade. This might be the best we've seen so far. Abacus. Oh, it looks like something Lapis would have done intentionally. Celine. Not terrible, but not quite it. Okay. Queens, I've made my decision. And the winner of today's Makeup in the Dark mini challenge is Zoara. Congratulations, darling. You get to assign each queen their makeup subject. And without further ado, I'll go ahead and reveal our special guests to help you with today's assignment. Hello, 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 queens! It is I, Jezebella the Queen Lawless, from the flawless South. I hope we aren't imposing. Oh no, not at all, Jezebel. In fact, I was just about to introduce you. These are my 7 boys. I brought 7 of my best for 7 of your best, Morgyn. And they are going to be your queen's makeup subjects for the grand challenge. I'm so excited. You know, Morgyn, we've had our own little drag to the ring segments on our show, TTL. Oh, we love it. Well, I love it. I'm not sure if the boys love it. Well, I think they might once they try on a few frocks and wigs and have their mugs painted. That's how I got my cousin into doing drag, you know. Of course, he did end up leaving his wife for a stripper in Vegas, but I'm sure those are unrelated. Completely unrelated, I'm sure. Now, Zoara, you may proceed with assigning the queens their partners out of this wonderful lineup of 7 guys.
I get to pair off my fellow queens with all of these hot guys. How about we skip the challenge and just go straight to my ensuite? All right, first things first. Miguel, you're with me. Come now. You all didn't think I would reserve the best-looking guy for myself. I have standards, you know, and good taste too, apparently. Dahlia Swan, you get to work with Jack.
My dear, sweet friend, Zoara. Dahlia Swan here from the future, and I must say you have impeccable taste. And I'm sure my future husband will thank you for pairing us off together.
Dakota Wild, you and Jake are a pair.
I looked at Jake and I was like, whoa, Daddy.
Miss Abacus, you're working with Keen.
Keen, eh? Well, I just hope that he's keen to keep quiet and let the master apply his drag.
Celine the Wolf Queen, you get Josh aka Kid Abysmal.
Looks like I got paired up with a real animal, and that suits me just fine.
Pomme the delectable French fruit. Ricardo is yours.
What can I say about Ricardo that hasn't already been said by everyone? He's perfect. He's heavenly. He's a model. Thank God he's mine. Bon appétit.
And lastly, Honey Marie Combs. You get Dixon Jador.
Why on earth do I have to pair off with some big lummox of a man? I might as well attempt to put makeup on a monkey at this rate.
Well, it certainly seems like everything and everyone is paired off perfectly without a hitch and not a hint of jealousy. Well, I don't know about everyone else, Jezebella, but I'm certainly feeling tight in the collar. I feel definitely jealous. I wish I could work with 2, 3, all of these guys. Oh, I definitely know the feeling, Morgan. Oh, I have to stay professional. Remain professional. Remain professional. Anyway, the two of us are going to retire to Kiki in the lounge and not laugh at your misfortunes. Anyway, the rest of you can conspire or plot or begin working on your assignment, which is what I would do, or be left to cry because of your impending failure. And I will see you all later on the main stage.
So, Keen, what drag experience do you have, if any?
I've never done drag.
Right. Well, perhaps we shall work on your movements before delving into the world of makeup, yes? We all didn't think Zoara was playing games with last week's challenge. But this time, it's anyone's guess. Well, far be it from me to blame someone else for my own shortcomings. That is, of course, assuming that I fail this week's challenge.
So Miguel, innocent question time. Have you done any drag before now?
There wasn't a drag challenge on my season of Next Top Superstar, but I did play as a girl for the sitcom acting challenge.
I used to watch your series all the time, you know. I found the challenges that Jezebella would introduce to be fascinating. And, of course, the drag challenges were always my favorite, apart from just watching you lot step around in those tiny trunks. Did I give myself the prettiest wrestler? Yes. Will I win as a result? Yes. Did I otherwise intentionally or unintentionally sabotage my fellow queens in the process? Only time will tell. And her lips are sealed.
All right, first off, let's get something straight. I'm the drag expert here, and you're the boxing expert. So leave all things drag-related to me. Capiche?
Wrestling!
What was that?
You called me a boxer, but I'm actually a professional wrestler.
Wow. And here I thought that the drag scene was gay. Anyway, just sit there and shut up and I'll make you look gorgeous and I can win the challenge and we all walk away happy. It's not that I have anything against Dixon or wrestlers in general. It's just that I feel like, in my professional opinion, that the makeover challenge is the make it or break it of the season. And I really don't need a no drag knowledge so-and-so bumbling his way through and sabotaging my chance at winning this thing.
Jack, be honest with good old Dahlia here. Have you ever done drag outside of Halloween? Inquiring minds, merely mine, want to know.
I think there was a drag challenge on my season of Next Top Superstar. Other than that, none that I can recall.
Aren't sisters just the best? Of course, my sister would always chase me out of her bedroom with a belt, threatening to tan me. If it wasn't for her basic wardrobe of Walmart classics, I would never have known to upgrade my style. Oh, sis. Please unblock me. Did Dahlia Swan just hit the jackpot? I think so. Ladies and gents, you're going to be introduced to a brand new member of the Swan family. Enjoy.
So Jake, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable at all or anything, okay? So if there's like anything that you don't like, just tell me.
Don't worry. I'm pretty open-minded. I want you to win this challenge.
I know that a lot of the queens are worried about this particular assignment since it's a makeover, and because it's usually the make it or break it challenge of the season. But Jake seems pretty relaxed and has been willing to hear my ideas, so I feel pretty good about it.
How many challenges have you won with your drag knowledge so far?
This bitch right here, she really thinks she's clever.
Is French your first language?
Oui, monsieur. Le français est ma langue maternelle.
J'ai grandi en apprenant le français alors que je vivais à Windsor, en Ontario.
Très impressionnant. Tu parles très bien.
Merci, tu es trop gentil.
Ricardo is probably the most perfect makeover subject that one could hope for. He's intelligent, he's quiet, and he's open to suggestion. I have a feeling that this week's challenge is mine for the taking.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess that drag is not your forte.
I've done it as part of a challenge back in my season of Next Top Superstar Search, but outside of that I haven't done drag.
You were in season 1, right? And that was like, what, a decade ago?
Over a decade, like 15 years ago.
Wow, well we got some catching up to do. I feel like Kid Abysmal and I are kindred spirits, like we're both ferocious and precocious. He's gonna make a killer drag queen, just wait and see.
All right. Now, Keen, we're going to work on your runway presence, primarily your walk. Watch me and the do as I do, but make it more feminine, understand?
My eyes are peeled.
Great. Now it's your turn on the catwalk. Fantastic. I do believe you got the hang of that rather quickly. Keen takes direction quite well. I will make a woman out of him yet.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the main stage of Morgyn's Drag Race. Earlier this week, our queens were tasked with pairing off with a couple of very masculine, very straight professional wrestlers and making them over into brand new drag persona. Siobhan Fires, does this challenge light your fire?
Morgyn, I am always curious as to what crazy scheme you have concocted for the week, and this one I think tops all of the others from the past. I cannot wait to see what these big guys are going to look like as big girls.
Jasper Harp, our teen dream sensation and resident fashion expert. I'm sure you'll be taking notes and having a lot to say about tonight's runway presentation.
If there's one thing I've learned in this life, Morgyn, it's that fashion never shuts up, and neither do I.
As part of this collaborative, amazing collaborative project, this week's challenge is the first ever where it'll be dual hosted by my sister queen. Let me introduce to you all Jezebella, the queen, Lawless, the host of TTL's Next Top Superstar Search. Come on out, sis. Oh, Morgyn, you really shouldn't have gone through this trouble for little old me. I'm just a little hen in the hen house, but I can't wait to see what the cocks are up to. Well then, Jezebella, should we or should we not reveal our queens of this week? Oh, I think we should, Morgyn. I think we definitely should reveal our queens. Well, without further ado, let's do further and reveal our queens.
Was that a bit over the top? Just a bit.
The inspiration for this look was drag mother and daughter who looks like a brick wall. I painted her mug and lent her one of my best wigs to distract from the fact. I know you've seen this wig before. Yes, that's thrice now. But I assure you, fledglings, that I'm not going anywhere except straight to the top.
This runway presentation is delivering the complete, the full, the entire Dahlia Swan experience. I know I say that each and every time on the stage, and it is not a lie. Dahlia Swan serves until you are full, honey. I mean, just look at us. I'm glamorous. My drag daughter, Gloria Dove, is dazzling on the stage light. We are a couple of hot rods, or I guess we're a couple of femme fatales, because hot rod is masculine, we're feminine. The very definition of. And we are going to knock everyone's socks off, and most importantly, we're going to win.
So after a few hours of back and forth, Jake and I finally agreed upon a look that would complement us both for tonight's runway. And I think the judges are really going to dig it.
Here we are, Honey Marie Combs and Hazelnut Spears, drag mother and daughter or whatever. I don't know how we managed it, considering I was paired up with a no drag knowledge mungo. But we did it, and now I just need to be safe to see another day.
The time has come, and so I am here with my drag daughter, Pesha, and we're both stunning. We're glamorous. We look like Linda Evangelista. We're models, but most importantly, I feel like we're going to win. I can feel it in the air tonight.
This challenge has definitely been a challenge for me because I usually don't paint other people's faces or dress them up for drag, so this was kind of a first. Luckily, Kid Abysmal, or Lunette, was so totally cooperative and supportive the whole way that I feel really good about this challenge.
We're strutting down the runway as sisters, drag twins, whatever you want to call it. And I can't help but feel a great sense of accomplishment when I look Miguel's way. He's really put his all into this challenge, and he wants to see me succeed. This fact brings me so much joy, and I feel like we're both winners.
Thank you, my queens. Our visiting queens may retire to our guest lounge to unfurl and de-drag, if you wish,
While my queens, please remain on stage to receive our judges' critiques. Alright, queens, we are going to go down the line, and you will receive the critiques from the panel tonight. Starting with Celine, the Wolf Queen. May I ask what name you gave to your drag partner for tonight's challenge?
My drag partner's name is Lunette, and the concept for our drag tonight was like drag mom and drag daughter on a cruise ship. You know, sparkly rhinestones, glamour, all of that.
I really, really like you, Celine. I think that you're gorgeous. I think that you're fun. I think that you are an essential entity in this competition right now. But what I don't like is your choice of wardrobe for tonight's runway, for you and your drag daughter, Lynette. It came across as very distinctly different, and I could look at your dress, what you're wearing now, and think in my mind, okay, that kind of sounds like drag on the high seas or drag cruise or whatever, but then I think back what Lynette was wearing and it looks more like disco or something. It doesn't really match up. I know that the challenge wasn't exactly twinning looks, but if you're kind of gonna go there, you should go all the way with it.
Okay, thanks.
I'm gonna echo statements that are similar to what Siobhan said. I like the concept, the idea of your looks, but the execution needed work. Like a lot of work. If this actually were a drag cruise, and I saw the two of you strolling down the deck, I wouldn't have any clue that you were doing a theme runway. Much less mother and daughter.
I'll do better next time.
Thanks, Celine. Dahlia Swan. What's the name of your drag daughter tonight? And theme you were going for? Well, my drag daughter, in the grand tradition of the Swan family of drag, is named Gloria Dove, and our theme was golden oldies. Of course, we're not exactly decked out in gold. We've got bling and the earrings, necklaces, bracelets. You get the idea. But we're just dressed like, you know, vintage film stars. I have to say, I love the naming convention of these queens. Celine and Lynette, there's the Moon Connection, Dahlia Swan, Gloria Dove. I love that. I love that so much. As a fellow drag queen to another drag queen, I love that. And I love this look. This is a winning look in my book, if I can be so bold to say, Morgan. I love it. Love, 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 love it. I oftentimes, whenever we have a drag to the ring challenge where the men have to become women, I always strive to see them go all out. This, for me, watching you come out there, this, honey, this could be finale worthy. This is, give this woman the crown because she has won it, honey. Oh, Jezebella, thank you so much. It really means a lot coming from a professional such as yourself. And by the way, love your show.
This is a winning look. Dahlia, I love it. I have zero negative critiques for it. You and your partner's runway was perfectly demonstrated down to the last detail, and we judges notice all of those things, so I thank you for going all out, and I appreciate that and your drag.
Oh, you are too kind. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dahlia. Next, Zoara. What was the name of your drag daughter and your concept for tonight's runway?
My drag daughter is aptly named Gomorrah. No, not after the Guardians of the Galaxy character. The actual place that the creator destroyed 1,000-some-odd years ago in the Bible. For our A-list divas runway, we wanted to be sexy, stylish, and cool, and show off the fact that drag is cool.
I love this look. Zora, this look is gorgeous, and you honestly, you do look stylish and sexy and cool, because you are cool. You always look cool.
This reminds me so much of an 80s pop singer icon. I just can't think of who. But maybe an amalgamation of all of them. I love this look, and it just goes to show time and time again, you have mastered your craft in drag, Zoara, and you absolutely know what you're doing. And this is a winning look in my book.
Thank you so much.
I'm inclined to agree with Miss Siobhan over there. I love this look, Zoara. And if I may so bold as to say, I think that the inspiration might have been taken from Madonna. I love it because that is the first thing that popped into my head when I saw you strut your stuff down that runway. I thought, oh, she looks just like Miss Madonna. Come on through, honey. I love this look. And I'm going to agree 120% with Miss Siobhan over there and say that this is also a winning look.
You're too kind, really.
Thank you, Zoara. Next, Miss Abacus. What was your drag daughter's name for the night and the concept behind your A-list Divas look?
I decided to keep the theme of ancient devices, and so I appropriately named my drag daughter Auntie K Theorem after the Antikythera mechanism. My idea for A-list divas was sort of like prom night gone bad. I mean, obviously I'm stumbling down the runway with a 6'5", 200-stone muscle man, which is why I painted her face up and covered her in pink.
Oh really, Abacus? And how do you think you did?
You saw for yourself the end result. I wound up with some hybrid cross between Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk and China for my drag daughter.
I really like your A-list divas concept, Abacus. I think the pink complements you and Auntie K quite well. My only complaint is that it seems there is a slight clash of styles between your looks, and it would have been better to see more cohesion in your runway.
When I said she was my daughter, I meant adopted daughter.
Thanks, Abacus. Next, Pame. What drag name did you give to your daughter for the night? And what was the concept for your A-list Divas runway?
I called my drag daughter Pesh, because let's be honest, she really is a peach. And as for my runway, I wanted us to be red hot, and I know that we are discouraged from using actual fire on the runway.
Absolutely correct, Pame. No fire is allowed inside the building ever since Parsley's Season 1 talent show act. She set the whole place alight, can you believe it?
Which is why I went with my second best option, red. We both chose to wear red skirts and heels and accessories that say, Bonjour tu très belle. We want to spend all our money on you too.
Honey, this look is a winning look. I know I've said that before, but the night is still young. You all are still young. I love yours and your drag partner's look. I don't think I've seen Ricardo look so beautiful. And his name, his stage name, really does translate to heavenly. And you both look heavenly. Well, actually look hot as hell. And I think that Morgyn, if I may be so bold as to say, would be crazy, bad shit crazy, if she doesn't give you at least a runway win. Because this look, honey, is hotter than hell. I love it.
Merci beaucoup.
This look is sizzling, Pame. I love it. I think that you have a certain style about you. Maybe it's French, European, but whatever it is, you accentuate it, or it accentuates you, because either way, you're naturally gorgeous, but when you strut these looks on the runway, it's pretty much flawless every single week. And I'm floored. I'm one of the judges on the panel, and I'm floored that you haven't run the one way every single time. I mean, we have to, like, mix it up. We have to spread it around. But if we're up to me, I think that you'd be a winner every time, because you have never failed to impress us with your looks this season.
Merci. It means a lot.
Thank you, Pame. Honey Marie Combs. What name did you give your drag daughter for the night, and what was your concept for tonight's A-List Divas runway?
Well, since there's only one Honey Marie Combs, I called her Hazelnut Spears. Seemed fitting at the time. And as for the runway, my idea was that we are two gorgeous broads out in the big city of Vegas, and we're hitting up the casinos, looking for a man who's got some money and can do us right.
I'll be that guy and say I don't like it. Your runway presentation felt very generic and bland, and I feel like you put the bare minimum required effort into this challenge. I get the feeling that there probably wasn't much communication between you and your partner, which can lead to mixed signals and bad runways. Like yours tonight, for example.
I'm a little shocked, to be honest. I thought I had a winning look here.
I think the only thing you'll be winning tonight is the spot in the bottom, perhaps, honey. Now, lastly but not leastly, Dakota Wild. What name did you give your drag daughter for tonight's challenge, and what was the concept behind your runway look?
We agreed that she would be called Texana South because Jake is actually from Texas, which is in the South. And for the runway, it was my idea that we dress up like party girls. I'm not sure why I chose black, but probably because it's slimming and it goes with anything, I guess.
One thing that I noticed straight off the bat was Texana stole the show for me. She looked so gorgeous, so immaculate, so perfect. And you looked kind of underwhelming, to be polite for you, Dakota. You seem like a very nice queen. But for me, it felt like Texana was really the one who was on that stage and who had captured my attention the entire time. And I'm looking at you now and I'm thinking, why did she do that? Now, as a rule, you don't want to make your subject look better than yourself. You don't want to make the person you're training, your protege, look better than you. That's called being overshadowed, and I feel like that's what happened to you tonight, darling.
Right, okay.
I absolutely agree with Jezebella. I feel like you were absolutely outshined and overshadowed by your partner for the night, by Texana. And I think that you probably should have swapped looks beforehand and probably done something better for the other look, because it still would have been underwhelming, like Jezebella said. It's not a terrible look, it's just by comparison, you're overshadowed. And it's like, wow, she looks great. Then we look at you and it's like, okay.
I'll do better.
Thank you, queens. Before I cut you loose to the lounge, I have a question I want to ask all of you, and I want an immediate, prompt, no-holds-barred answer. Who among you does not deserve to be the next magical queen? Starting with Celine.
Oh boy. So if I had to pick, I'd say Honey Marie Combs. She doesn't have the gusto or oomph to propel herself through a challenge, and I honestly can't see anybody rooting for her in the end.
Thank you, Celine. Dahlia Swan. Who does not deserve to be the next magical queen, and why? Give us your unabridged answer. Okay, this is going to come across as kind of mean and possibly treacherous, but if I'm being completely honest, I would have to say that Dakota Wild, even though she is my drag daughter, that she's too naive, she's too small, she's not quite there yet to be the magical queen. She's an excellent queen, she's an excellent protege, but as far as winner, I don't see it yet. Next year, absolutely, but this year, I don't see it. Thank you, Dahlia. Zoara, same question.
I'm going to echo my drag sister's sentiments. Dakota, it's not that we don't love and respect you. It's that, comparatively speaking, you just aren't at that level of drag yet. And I think with a bit more time and experience, you can be a winner.
Thank you, Zoara. Abacus, who among you does not deserve to be the next magical queen? Please give us your fully unbridled answer.
The answer is Honey Marie Combs. The reason. Just look at her.
Thank you, Abacus. Pame, same question.
I would agree with Abacus. Honey Marie Combs is basic and has been reveling in the fact that she has been consistently safe since coming back. You can't win big by playing it safe, you have to take risks. Honey Marie is not a winner, she is the embodiment of a loser.
Thank you, Pame. Honey Marie Combs, who should not be the next magical queen, and why?
Every single bitch that said my name, and I'll state my reasoning as well. Celine, she's a werewolf, like come on. Abacus, she's arrogant as all hell and part of the bitter old lady brigade. And lastly, and certainly least, Pame. Name a bigger rotten apple. I dare you.
Thank you, honey. Next, Dakota Wild, who should not be named next magical queen, and why?
Well, I could turn around and be like Honey and just say the two names that called me out earlier, but instead I'll just echo their sentiments and say myself, because clearly if nobody else has faith in me, then why should I?
Thank you, queens. You may retire to the Delusion Convince Yourself Lounge, especially you, honey, while we judges deliberate. While us judges deliberated upon the queen's pending fates for the evening, the queens themselves untucked for a cocktail and a kiki in the Delusion Convince Yourself Lounge. I am not going to try to hide it. I'm sorry, Dakota. I said what I said, and I feel like it's the truth. It doesn't mean that you're a bad queen. When I think of the next magical queen, it's either myself or Zoara. I can't picture anyone else being at that same level.
Not at the same level? Girl, did you forget that I was here?
Ah, so then it was actually egotism and greed that prompted your response and not actually concern for your drag daughter.
No. Of course not. It was just a question was asked, and spur of the moment, my mind leapt immediately to the future, and all I could think about was me and my bestie Zora being on the stage and being crowned, maybe like Bambina and Elle from season 2.
So, it wasn't what you actually meant then, was it? Since you said it was just a spur-of-the-moment response, then technically what you said to your drag daughter was nothing more than a hurtful lie, meant to demotivate and demoralize.
Look, we were all asked by Morgyn on that stage the same question, and I gave my reasonings for it. Dakota, I am very, very sorry, but I said how I felt, and Zoara said how she felt. It just is how it is, darling. It doesn't make you any less of a queen.
Chi è idiote?
No, perhaps not. However, I would imagine receiving 2 votes of no confidence on stage, directly from the people who presumably had her best interests at heart, must feel quite disheartening.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, people! A question was asked, and we answered, and now you're taking things out of perspective by making it personal, when that was never the intention.
It became personal. The second, the 2 of you decided to throw Dakota under the bus, when there was a perfectly reasonable alternative standing beside her. And yet you accuse me of losing perspective? I'm not the one who sold out her kin to prop herself up in the eyes of the panel. Your growing defensiveness belies your insecurity.
I am seeing the reality of things, and I do believe that I can make it to the top. I do see myself as a winner, even if you don't. I don't know what to say, how to feel, what to do. I'm in shock. Like, all of this time, I really felt that, like, Dahlia and Zoara were my friends, my drag moms. Would my, like, real mom ever tell me I wasn't good enough? Which, hell no. In fact, she'd tell me that I was too good for them. I feel a mix of betrayed and anger and overall confusion.
Ah, yes. By all means, continue to downplay, gaslight, and belittle Dakota's obvious talent. I'm sure that will improve the situation by leaps and bounds. I wouldn't be surprised if she never spoke to the two of you so-called drag mums ever again.
I'm probably going to lip sync tonight for sure!
Oh, I shouldn't think so when we still have Honey Marie Combs, who was 1,000,000 times worse than anyone else on that stage tonight.
What about me? What about Honey Marie Combs? I could be facing the chop tonight, and nobody seems worried.
Shut up, you talentless swine.
Oh, honey, are you still here? I believe you know where the exit is. You've become accustomed to it since your earlier departure.
Alright, guys and gals, who do we believe are our tops and bottoms for this week's Maxi Challenge? I'm going to go ahead and direct attention to our esteemed special guest, my good friend Jezebella, the Queen Lawless. What are your thoughts? Well, if it was up to me, I always go with the best looking one of the bunch, as you've seen on my show, TTL Next Top Superstar Search. However, judging by similar criteria, I'd say that your queens were good this episode, this challenge. And I was probably the most impressed with Pomay and Dahlia. Dahlia Swan, she's gorgeous. And Pomay's gorgeous. And I think that those two, that and Zoara, she beautiful girl, a beautiful outfit and accessories, and I wish I could take it and wear it for myself, honey. I love it so much. And I think that the ones who didn't impress me very much were probably Honey Marie Combs, and as I said when I was directing her in my critiques, Dakota Wild, because I felt like Texana South had overshadowed her in that runway. Thank you, Jezebella. Jasper Harp, same question. Who do you think our tops and bottoms are of this week's Maxi Challenge?
Celine and Lunette's runway didn't impress me. There was an obvious clash of styles, and I don't think there was much communication between drag mother and drag daughter, which resulted in what we saw on the runway. On the other hand, I absolutely hated Honey and Hazelnut's runway. If she doesn't lip sync tonight, I quit. I think that Pommy and Zoara and Dahlia are all contenders for Best Dressed of the Evening. They totally rocked it on the runway.
Thank you, Jasper. Siobhan Fires. Who did and who did not light your fire for tonight's runway challenge? Inquiring minds, primarily mine, want to know. I have to agree with what everybody said. I feel like Pomay and Dahlia stole the show with the best looks. They impressed me the most tonight. And of course, Zoara also impressed me. She looked like Madonna from the 80s. Oh my god. That's who I was thinking of. Thank you, Jezebella. By the way, she said that I was thinking of it. I would have to say Honey and Dakota. I love Dakota, but tonight it wasn't it for me. And Honey has just been kind of for a long time now, so she's had plenty of opportunities to up her game and win some challenges and show us that she deserves to be here, and she hasn't done that. Dakota at least deserves a chance. So if they both lip sync and Dakota wins, well, there you go. Alright, I believe I've made my decision. Silence. Summon forth my queens. Welcome back, queens. I've made some decisions. Abacus, you are safe. You may head to the back of the stage.
I've been playing it safe a lot lately. If I don't do something, I'm liable to end up like Honey Marie Combs. Wait, no. Perish the thought. I've too much talent and charisma to ever wind up like her.
Dahlia Swan. Bummy. I don't know what else to say to the two of you, other than congratulations, my dears. You're both the winners of this week's Maxi Challenge. You are both entitled to $2,500 and a personalized boudoir set by San Myshuno Sims Incorporated. You may return to the back of the stage. Do my ears deceive, little old Dahlia Swan, or did I just pick up my first ever Maxi Challenge win? Well, looks like to me the Runway Queen of the season has finally entered the big picture. And I said, bring it on, Morgyn. I'm gonna knock him out of the park.
Finally another win, and a Maxi Challenge win at that. Life is beautiful when you're a winner.
Zoara, I have not forgotten about you and your lovely, luscious, radiant, I could go on and on. Your look, it evokes the 80s Madonna, A-list diva. It definitely is. And that's why, unfortunately, for the other queens, that I must make you this week's Runway Challenge winner. Congratulations, my dear. You are entitled to $1,200 and a personalized set of high-heeled shoes by Industry Sims Incorporated. You may return to the back of the stage with your sisters.
My first runway win. If I keep this up, I'll turn into Dahlia. What am I saying? I possess too much brevity for that to happen.
Dakota Wild, I'm afraid that your runway presentation tonight did not have us feeling wild. I'm sorry, my dear, but you're our first candidate for lip sync tonight, and you are up for elimination.
I've never been in the bottom before, but there's a first for everything, right? Yeah, I'm not worried because unlike some people, I actually have confidence in myself.
Honey Marie Combs, your look was rather basic, so basically on point for Honey Marie Combs. Celine the Wolf Queen, your runway presentation tonight felt a little off and didn't really make us feel hungry like the wolf. Celine, you are safe. You may return to the back of the stage with the other queens.
Cool! Praise the moon, I didn't have to lip sync tonight.
Honey Marie Combs, I'm sorry, my dear, but that means you are our second candidate for lip sync tonight, and that means you are up for elimination.
I can't believe I'm in the bottom. My look was a winning look, for sure it was. The people love me. What is Morgyn thinking?
So, prepare yourselves, for the time has come for you to lip sync for your life. Ladies, this is your last chance to impress me and save yourselves from elimination. Good luck, and don't flunk it up.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Something's come along and it's burst our bubble. We've been out all night and we haven't been home. We're walking through the back streets all alone. The party was great, yeah, we were really thrilled. And when we get in...
So, little Dakota finally has to put her moves to the test. She will do fine. It was Honey's time to go anyway, like 4 episodes ago. And besides, I quite like the idea of Dakota sticking around for a while longer.
We're
So I'm not blaming my drag moms for being in the bottom. Like, that was my fault. You know, I should have been more upfront and assertive with my ideas instead of being so laid back. But it doesn't feel good going into the lip sync feeling like nobody has confidence in you. I have to prove them wrong and win. I have to do this for myself.
So I managed to avoid being in the bottom for 4 consecutive challenges. I guess it was bound to happen eventually. Either way, this chick is going home tonight because the world is in love with Honey Marie Combs, and I'm going to give them the performance they deserve.
Get on the next stage, Shadow.
I don't know what to say other than it might have been a faux pas. We said what we said, Dakota. Doesn't mean that we don't love and care about you. It's just everyone's young at one point, and it's a competition, and your drag moms just want to win. You're young and we're old hags, and we might drop dead tomorrow. Please don't be too angry. And kick Honey Marie's ass.
It doesn't feel good seeing your own drag daughter having to lip sync for her life after you just basically said she wasn't cut out to be the next magical queen. Dakota, I know you're upset, rightfully so, but just know that we have faith in you, and we know that you're going to rock this lip sync.
I'm all right. Nothing's broken. I think...
Ladies, I have made my decision. Dakota Wild. Shantae, you stay. You may return to the back of the stage.
Dakota might be wilding, but she's not out.
Excellent show of it, Dakota. I knew you could overcome that persistent obstacle.
Honey Marie Combs, the queen who's as sweet as her namesake. You came into this competition with big hopes and dreams to be the next magical queen. And unfortunately, our honey stock has dried up. Honey. But, like the diligent worker bees, I'm sure there'll be some more honey for you around the corner. Honey. Now, sachet away.
Are you sure? I don't mind staying. I've got nothing better to do. You're all just dudes, you know. So after 4 grueling challenges, Honey Marie Combs finally gets the chop. I'd like to say that I'm surprised, but I'm not. I know the world is absolutely ready for Honey Marie Combs. They love me. But for some reason, Morgan's drag race just wasn't it for me. At least I managed to outlast the likes of Arania and juicy, worthless bitches. With every closed door, a window opens and the sky's the limit for Honey Marie Combs. Maybe I'll go out and buy some honeycomb cereal now that I'm thinking about it. Need some more Parmesan and toilet paper too.
So Honey Marie Combs is no longer safe. Was in the bottom, had to lip sync and was told to sachet. About bloody damn time.
Well, queens, 1 more down and 6 remaining. With every door closed, a window opens, and the sky's the limit for the queens of Morgan's Drag Race as we draw ever closer to the finale. Now, let the music play!